In the terms of entertainment calendar, obviously the biggest thing in the world to me is the Oscars, and when they announce the Oscars, which by the way is tomorrow morning. So we're going to have the full Oscar nomination. I thought it was today for some reason, but it's tomorrow.
Wow.
It's going to be tomorrow morning. So we're obviously going to be talking tomorrow about all the Oscar nominees, the obvious ones, the snubs, all that kind of stuff. But my second favorite day on the entertainment calendar is the Razzies.
Yeah.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, which is tradition, the day before they announce the Oscar nominees, the Razzies have been announced. The nominees, the hallowed, honorable nominees for the Razzies, celebrating the most god-awfulness in film of that year. Now, of course, the Razzies are also a little bit tongue-in-cheek. They do not set out to definitively tell you what the worst is. It's all meant in good fun. And again, the biggest highlight ever, Halle Berry, coming off of her win of Best Actress at the Academy Awards, the following year wins the Razzie for Worst Actress. And I forever became a fan of hers the day she not only got her nomination, she showed up at the Razzie Awards and accepted her Razzie, which to me was the ultimate spirit of the whole damn thing. Let's poke some fun at ourselves. Whatever, I will always love her for that. Anyway, and this year, not a lot of surprise, as the Hollywood Reporter gives us the Razzie Award nominations being led by Snow White and Ice Cube's War of the Worlds, each with 6 nominees each. Now, I will ask all of you to give this moment its due respect. Keep your damn mouths shut. Remove your hats from your heads if you have them, as I go down the sacred duty of reading out the nominees for the Razzies, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. The nominees for the Razzies, starting with, I believe, Worst Picture. The nominees are The Electric State by the Russo brothers, Hurry Up Tomorrow, that truly deserves to be on this list, by Good Canadian Kid The Weeknd, but that movie was terrible. Disney's Snow White, Star Trek Section 31, which I'm sure gives Rob a lot of joy seeing.
Not on the 60th year of Star Trek's life.
You can never be happy, Rob.
No,
And of course, the all-time classic Ice Cube movie, War of the Worlds.
Hey,
Here,
but
all bangers. Marcus Y in the live chat says, all bangers.
Hey, man, he didn't make it, so he must be okay.
So,
Or him? Is it him or he?
him. Yeah, him should have been on this list. But, so Electric State, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Snow White, Star Trek 31, and War of the Worlds are our nominees for Worst Picture. Moving on to Worst Actor.
Oh,
Dave Bautista in The Lost Lands. You know what? That kind of sucks, because The Lost Lands is based on a comic book that one of my really good friends wrote ages ago. And he got it licensed, got turned into a movie, but whatever. Dave Bautista in The Lost Lands. Ice Cube for War of the Worlds.
100%.
Scott Eastwood for Alarum, which is, you're going to see Alarum get nominated again a little bit later down the list. Jared Leto for Tron Ares.
Don't really understand that one, because I don't think he was a bit.
Oh, he was the strong point of the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. It's the Razzies. Jared Leto for Tron Ares, and The Weeknd for Hurry Up Tomorrow. Our nominees for Worst Actress.
Aw.
Academy Award winner Ariana DeBose for Love Hurts. Mila
does this
Jovovich in The Lost Lands. Natalie Portman in The Fountain of Youth. That was a terrible movie. Rebel Wilson in Bride Hard, and Academy Award winner Michelle Yeoh for Star Trek Section 31. Our nominees for Worst Remake, Ripoff, or Sequel. I love this category. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which I would give this one the award for that. Anyway,
Over Smurfs?
Over Smurfs.
Dang.
I really thought Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was terrible. Anyway, Snow White, and of course, Ice Cube's War of the Worlds. Ladies and gentlemen, our nominees for Worst Supporting Actress. I don't know how to say half the names on this list. Anna Chlumsky for Brideheart. Emma Horvath for The Strangers, Chapter 2. Scarlett Rose Stallone for Gunslingers. Casey Roll for Star Trek Section 31. And Isis Valverde for Alarum. We move now into Worst Supporting Actor. And we've got ourselves all 7 artificial dwarves from Snow White. Nicolas Cage in Gunslingers. Stephen Dorff in Brideheart. The great Greg Kinnear. I love Greg Kinnear in Off the Grid. And another one for Alarum, Sylvester Stallone.
You know, if the dwarves win, they have to do the throwback to the Academy Awards, where it was like the 7 dwarves like Academy Award. It needs to be 7 little Razzies on one award.
I would love it. I also want to see them break the budget and have CGI dwarves walk up on stage to get it. All right. Worst screen combo.
Oh no.
All 7 dwarves for the Snow White. James Corden and Rihanna in Smurfs.
One.
Ice Cube and his Zoom camera for War of the Worlds. Robert De Niro in The Alto Knights.
Oh no.
And The Weeknd and his colossal ego.
I thought the Zoom camera was great until
The
Colossal Eagle.
Weeknd and his colossal ego for Hurry Up Tomorrow.
I'm still going Ice Cube.
All right. And worst director.
He really dragged that Zoom camera's performance down.
He dragged down the Zoom camera's performance. Rich Lee for War of the Worlds. I don't know how to pronounce this properly, so I'm not even going to try to butcher it. Osanami writes for who directed Star Trek Section 31. The Russo brothers for The Electric State. Trey Edward Schultz for Hurry Up Tomorrow. And Mark Webb for Snow White. And I think, then we get into worst screenplay. The Electric State, Hurry Up Tomorrow, Snow White, Section 31. It got a lot of nominations.
It's War of the Worlds.
And of course, War of the
that
Worlds.
was the
It's got to be War
worst
of the
thing
Worlds.
I've ever seen in my life.
The nominees. Best duo, worst duo, The Weeknd and its colossal ego.
Jeez.
Well, listen. I'll be honest with you. At CinemaCon last year, in April, they did a big presentation for Hurry Up Tomorrow. And one of the highlights of the whole convention was The Weeknd himself came out on stage and did a mini impromptu 3-song concert. And it was awesome. It really was. But even just watching the previews, I remember we talked, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, this looks awful, like really bad. And Jenna Ortega's in there too, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, Rob, a lot of nominees in there. Who's walking away with the big one of worst picture of the year?
Well, you know, for me, it's interesting, John. When I was a kid, my first favorite movie of all time was Byron Haskins' 1953 War of the Worlds. It was my favorite movie. It changed my life, to be honest, as did Star Trek. Both of these things I saw when I was around 5 years old, and I moved forward through life being inspired by both of those things. And to see them both on the Razzies this year is telling me something about my life choices. It's explaining to me that perhaps now it's time to move on to whatever that next level is. Maybe I need a new side quest. Maybe I need a new boss battle. But to me, ultimately, it's both sad, depressing, and it makes me want to, stick a teaspoon in my eyeball. But on the other hand, it means there's time for rebirth and change. So I hear it.
Spoon and not a knife.
Let's hear it because I might hit my brain.
No, you're supposed to say, because a spoon is dull and it hurts.
Oh, right.
It hurts more.
But so, look, I've always loved the Razzies. Like you, when Halle Berry came, I thought it was a classy thing. And, Michelle Yeoh can come and bring her Oscar, too,
Hey.
and accept.
Yeah, that's right.
I would love it if she did.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
I
so
love her,
cool.
by the way.
By the way, it's going to go to War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's going to go to War of the Worlds.
Although maybe War of the Worlds and Star Trek Section 31 can have split and they can each
Section
win.
31 isn't even going to be in the top 3.
No.
It's either going to be
Plus, it
War
was
of the-
really, to be fair, a TV movie.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really was. I mean, Disney
Which is
Snow
another
White,
insult.
I'll be honest, Disney Snow White doesn't belong on this list. It's a bad movie, but it wasn't eyes gouge out bad. It was a bad movie. It was
Electric
bad,
State wasn't either.
But in the spirit of the Razzies,
yeah.
it totally deserves to be on this list.
The 7 dwarfs from Snow White deserve to be on the list.
You know what? That's one of the I think that's one of the few redeeming things about Snow White. I thought the dwarves worked because they actually looked like the classic animated ones, where if you got physical actors, it wouldn't have. But I also agree with you, Electric State. Electric State is not good. It's a bad movie. Is it one of the 5 worst films of the year? No, but in the spirit of the Razzies, it deserves to have a place on here. So anyway, there you have it, guys. The nominees for the Razzies this year are out there. Who's your big pick to take the big prize. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.